In this episode, Golden and I talk about Season 1 of the Netflix show The Umbrella Academy. Full speed ahead. Welcome to the Omega Beam number 67. I'm your host, Orrin Merton. So this is another episode based on a comic book that neither of us had read. So we'd heard The Umbrella Academy by Gerard Way, who's the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. For those of you who don't already know that, artist Gabriel Bá, one of my favorite artists. We'd heard that it was a really good series and that they were making it into a TV series. And then we heard the TV series was a really interesting series. So based on the word of mouth with no real knowledge of the source material, we decided to give it a shot. So this episode, like our TV episodes in general, I probably don't need to keep saying this anymore, but some of you aren't regular listeners. So for those who aren't, we generally give light spoilers. So not too much more, if at all more, than you'd get in the trailer, but enough that we can actually talk about the show. So if you don't want to know anything about it, then you probably don't want to listen to this. But if you have seen the trailer, there's nothing in this that's going to give anything major away. And let's get right to it. I am here with Golden to talk about The Umbrella Academy, another show where neither of us had any familiarity with the source material.
My best friend really liked it.
Okay.
And I watched the first episode. I thought you might want to watch it, so I had you watch it. You're like, maybe, and not too attached to the characters yet. I'm a big fan of Tom Hopper. Tom Hopper has been in so many things that I have enjoyed. So it was nice to see him in a different role again.
Yeah, I had never read The Umbrella Academy, but I know it was a very well-respected comic by Gerard Way, probably more famous to the majority of people out there for being the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, and Gabriel Bá, who is one of my favorite artists. And so I figured, they say that Gerard Way, he was somehow involved and whatever, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And like Golden said, I was never completely drawn into the characters. And the thing is that stuck. I still wasn't... There were characters that I began to feel more invested in, but I never adored them. Now, the plot was really interesting, so by halfway through, I really wanted to know how it was all going to work out. But the characters themselves, I never really cared deeply about them.
I don't know that I cared deeply about them, but I definitely cared about their fate. I think all of them I really started to get attached to.
Huh.
I'm going to go back to Tom Hopper for just a moment because I looked up on IMDb just to confirm. But no, I've been a fan of his since he was Percival in Merlin.
Ah, gotcha.
So he's been in Doctor Who, he's been in Merlin, he was Billy Bones in Black Sails, he was Dickon Tarley in Game of Thrones.
Huh.
So, and then he's Luther Hargreaves. I mean, and these are all very different characters.
Got range.
So it was just nice to see him in just another role.
Yeah.
And I thought that the cast was very well matched to their characters.
Yeah, it was very well acted. And I mean, all the externals, or not externals, but all of the different pieces, the acting was really good. The production was really good. It was both seriously dramatic, but also kind of zany in some ways, which I thought was well done.
And there will be some small spoilers along the way, nothing too intense, but it was nice it's a fun show. There's a little bit of seriousness to it. Okay, there's a lot of seriousness to it, but otherwise it was fun to watch, and it was fun to see the characters progress. You want Vanya to find happiness. You want her to find where she is special and someone treats her like she's special, which she's been missing her entire life.
Yeah, that's one of the things about the characters is that they're all very screwed up, and they begin very screwed up, and in the middle they deal with their being screwed up, and at the end they're still really screwed up. It's not really a sort of, they don't solve things at the end of the arc. It's just they've come a bit more together, and they've learned to sort of work together, though even at the very end they're still not trusting each other and all kinds of stuff. But that's what I meant by I didn't love the characters. I generally like characters that I can like totally get into. I didn't so much here, but I thought the plot was really interesting. I was interested in going, where is this show going to go? Where's this going to go? Where's that going to go? So that was my enjoyment. But I have to say,
I loved Klaus. I just, he was just crazy and fun and also sad at the same time.
Right. And this show also has a second season.
And there's also something to be said of embracing who you are.
This is true.
Which seems to be a theme this year. Really being, happy with who you are and embracing what you have to offer.
Yeah.
No, I think that if you really enjoyed The Umbrella Academy, the comics, then I think you'll enjoy the series.
Yeah, the comic, from what I've seen on videos on YouTube and read on articles, the comic and the series do take some liberties, and they are distinct, but they're similar enough that you'd certainly recognize the characters and you'd recognize the tone. I think the comic is maybe more zany, but I think otherwise you'd recognize the tone pretty much.
That's it for Umbrella Academy.
Right. Thank you, Golden.
You're welcome.
And that's it for this episode. You can find the show notes at theomegabeam.com/67. If you like this episode, please leave a review in the Apple Podcasts app or wherever you listen to podcasts. These reviews help people who might be interested in this kind of material find our podcast. If you have any comments or suggestions, please drop us a line at info@theomegabeam.com. Be good to yourselves and each other, and we'll catch you next time.